Well, I've been at this for 3 hours. I'm calling it a night. So where am I at? Well, I got that installed. You just charge, and then you let go. I might have to reduce the tension here, but should go in there, and then let go. I'll have to adjust that, but need a better solution for the cabling. So this is like a power tool that you bring down and up, and retractors. So set up the table. Those things I took off yesterday. Took off the intake, the exhaust manifold. I got whatever the fuck this thing is. It's quite a piece. I got the valve cover off, windshield wipers, spark coils, the bottom guard off. I carefully drained the coolant into that and then lowered the lift on top of it with a boom. It made a good sound. It kind of violently came apart. So that's good. Let's just put this over here for now. Now I've got pretty much everything off the engine top, except for I need to, well, I got this suspending the engine, because I got to take the mount off, take the side cover off. It'll all make sense here in a moment. Yeah, we'll just pop up here. This is, yeah. So this is what she's looking like. So this is where the intake was. The exhaust is unbolted, but it's still connected. She'll come right out. So I got to undo this engine mount and then take this cover off. It's glued on there. There's 21 bolts. Got to take the water pump out. These are things I'll probably end up taking the wheel off and the wheel well, because then I can access it through that piece, right? The plastic comes out. It'll make more sense later. Got all the wires out of the way, all the coolant shit, except for that one. That one's really hard to do. It'll just come off with the head. Hope to have had the head off, but man, I forgot. There's just things breaking. The fasteners on the pan, the plastic pan just broke. Either they're plastic or the metal one's sheared off. We're gonna have fun with that later. I'm just gonna drill them out, use zip ties. Just hard to get to things. Because I've done it before, I kind of knew some tricks, but I mean, little things like little bolts off the back of that, and then, you know, you're dealing with these little things, and, you know, stuff you can see. That little weird piece right there went along here, and I had to take the studs out because it has long studs on the back of this, like 2 inches, and there's studs going this way. So you can't come this way because the stud's this way, and you can't go this way because the stud's there. So you end up having to remove the studs after you spend all the time taking the nuts off. It's really, really fun. I wish I'd remembered that. I would have just taken the studs out, left the nuts on there. Because you're jamming yourself underneath there, because the thing's right here and there's no room in there. This is just, somebody had a good time designing all that shit. The air conditioning lines I'll be able to move out of the way. So probably another hour I could get the timing belt out. I probably should do it, but I'm dead. I'm tired. Yesterday and the day before, moving all the cement, I'm dead. Whoa, don't step down there. Can't get much higher, maybe an inch or two. Lost a couple tools already. Not sure where they are. Well, I'm kind of depressed about the election, and it's 8 o'clock at night, and I really don't want to work on my daughter's car. So yeah, I've got a customer, and he needs a new 24 port switch for his business. So we got a Netgear in there that's over 12 years old. It's gonna fail any day now, so I'm gonna sell my 24 port one. And he needs PoE. PoE needs a small 4-port PoE switch. So there's a PoE switch. So I'm gonna sell him these two. They work fine, and I'm gonna add $100. And I bought myself something new, which will she's an ubiquity too, but it's kind of an upgrade. So she's a 24 port switch too. Whoops, I haven't really looked at her yet. She's one of the new ones, so we're gonna have the pretty screen here. But guess what? These 8 are PoE, and these are 10 gig. So it just so happens that one can get nice little $15 10 gig dedicated connectors. Now I'm only going a few inches here, so I got a 10 gig port on my router. Now you can't quite see it, so I gotta move all this. Hey, why don't we move? Then I'm gonna redirect all these into there. So I'm gonna basically collapse my network down into everything being on the 24 port switch, including the PoE, get rid of this extra switch, and yeah, and be 10 gig interconnected. So if and when I upgrade my internet to something faster, I can do that. Also, this box that I'm putting in has 2.5 gig versus 1 gig. Currently, I don't have anything running that, but in the future. So it's future-proof for you. So that's all good. So I got, those aren't very tight. I think I'm going to set the new one up temporarily here, get it on the network, and then flip the switches out. So yeah, and it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna have that fun little OLED display way back there in the corner. Yeah, I forgot about this. She's got lights. Not sure what the function is of the lights, but it's got lights. Okay, so we got 3 minutes remaining. Their shit just gets better and better. We got the 10 gig to the 10 gig. I guess I could start taking these out. They're not exactly tight. Yeah, maybe I get a screwdriver. God, that's fun. I researched this over several days and maybe didn't realize this, but they make a PoE version. This isn't it, but the PoE version is like $250 more. This is totally cool. And the ones that are lit are in use. I turned the heartbeat off. That was driving me crazy. And apparently these things can synchronize. Like I can, these two screens will synchronize, but so these are my 10 gig ports. Actually, yeah, they're 10 gig. So that one, the rate that I'm going at, whoops. Zoom in, little guy. There we go. There's all sorts of stuff here. So I go back to my ports, and I see which ones are lit. There's statistics there. That one's got statistics too. That's my, so this does my camera. It's got a hard drive in it. It does my internet, does my firewall, and it has some ports here. I don't know where that one goes. Where does that one go? Oh, that's my feed to my Wi-Fi, and this is the feed to the living room. And we can certainly move that over there. So what I thought was PoE, because I didn't really read very close, it's 2.5 G gig. There we go. Yeah, so let's move that over there. And so now we just have our fiber feed from Kinetic, which gives us the 1 gig up and down. That's 10 gig across here, and then everything's plugged to the same switch, with the exception of most of the Wi-Fi, which is up there. I suppose I could do some PoE injections. already got 2 injectors here. This one. Where's that one go, I wonder? I don't know. I've got, how goes the garage? So we got 3 POEs here. Maybe I don't need this one anymore. This one doesn't seem to be lit. Where that one goes. Yeah, that is lit. So maybe I could at least plug it into here, which would give me, turn this thing off. Less of these, the better. Though I've got 2 new ones that I bought for my customer. I'm using 1, 2, so I need 3. So I could go directly off of here into a PoE injector and then go to there. No, think about that. What if this is off the PoE? Sometimes I got a lot of wires here. Now that's coming through there. So I don't know what's going on. Well, this one wasn't even in use. This is a transformer taking it from 48 to 24 volts or vice versa. So I just plugged it into there, just removed some cables, got rid of that one. I have to see if anything that does 22.5 gig. If I buy a Mac, it will. And then we can plug them in there. That is lit. That is cool. Here, let's turn the lights off. Oh, yeah. It looks cooler in real life. Use this tool. So I got that bolt over there. It's hard to get to. And I just plop this guy on there with the socket. The only weird thing is you got to go backwards. You know, so you want to tighten, you set it to loose, and vice versa. So you just kind of pop that on there. Hold. Thursday night, and we got some progress. So I got the side cover off, got the timing chain off, got the pulley off, the main shaft pulley, oil pump, water pump. Made a nice spill, which we'll do later. I got the valve. Camshafts off, the camshaft assembly. I got all the rockers and the right order. I got that there, so hopefully nobody can kick this and kick that. There's the water pump. I got all the timing belt cover bolts. This is like for the oil cooler. This is for the water pump. No, the water pump's separate. The water pump goes right here. And then, so basically I got each, and you can see they're all different sizes. This, I know, just prying off. I did mark everything with some red nail polish because that's the favorite, my color. I wonder what that goes to. Sunday, I'm going to have to, when I get home from Southern Ohio, I got to just put the clean on all that and this. Yeah, so the next step is to remove the head bolts. Now, the head bolts take a special tool. It's called a triple square. And that's going to pop in there. And this is going to make some noise. These are extremely tight. And so we got the extremely tight bolt remover kit here. So we'll pop this on here. I did watch a video, so I'm practically a professional. But, yep, it just sounds like it's breaking. Oh, God, that didn't sound good at all. Okay, so we're going to get to that. I'm going to try and break them loose with this breaker bar. Then I'm going to move to the power tools. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until they're all done. Then, believe it or not, it just lifts right off. The only thing I got to worry about is clearing the exhaust. I got to pull it forward a little bit, and I got to take that thing off. But once I kind of get it up, I can move it over, take it out. So, big thing to see is look inside. What do we got here? Put an engineer's ruler on here that's perfectly straight and make sure nothing's warped. That's what we want to do tonight. Although I'd rather just watch some YouTube videos of somebody else doing this. Okay, well, we're going to pull this bad boy out. Excuse me, puppy. I'll lay it down right there. Okay. Yep, come right out. Fuck. I had this out already. There we go. Oh, fuck. What is that? That's the one I couldn't remove. God damn it. Okay. There we go. Ta-da. what can we see here? Well, right off the top, you can see that one of those is not like the others. This is the one that was leaking. So it's kind of like dry and not dry. So definitely something wrong with the head gasket. There's a little bit of material around here, but let's look at the other side. Boy, do I have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, well, you can see there's water in there. That's not a good sign. Also, you can see, like, this one's really dirty. And then that one's dirty. And that one's dirty. And this one's not. It's because the water actually cleans it. Looking at the gasket, I can pretty much assure you there's your problem. There's my problem. So, she blew. Okay, well, let's go get... By the way, I'm really unhappy because I think I have a bad head gasket there, and I think I've let water sit in there a long time. It explains some of the weird symptoms I've been having as I've been trying to start it and work on it over the years. Because it starts and then it like a oh, the dog did not like that. So okay, what's the next step here? Yep, see right there. See all the ones got everything's good. He's a bad head gasket. Now, I think this has already been replaced. And the reason I say that is when I was looking at the chain has special links. See this link here and this there? They're supposed to be in specific spots. They were off one tooth. Now, that's not a big deal as long as they're all off one tooth. But I don't think the factory did that. I mean, it should have been on there. That's why I ended up painting everything, because just to make sure, it should have been over here. So it's off like several teeth. So that's going to be fun to deal with. Yep. So I brought a Felpro gasket like I did on Sophie's car and an inexpensive kit for everything else, for the little rubber gaskets and things. They're not as critical. I mean, the exhaust leaks. This one looks perfectly fine here. I had a problem with getting these out. I'm going to probably remove these so that I can slide this in a lot easier. Okay. One more thing, and then we're going inside the shower. Stop. Well, help me. It won't stop. Taking the head and using a very high quality ruler. I got no light showing through and nothing. No rocking or anything. So I'm pretty confident this is straight. I'll try this a little later after I clean it up and deal with it. Why is that important? Well, obviously, if it's not straight, it needs to be milled and needs to go to a machine shop. That's going to add a little bit of time to the project and a little more expense. But what we got a failed head gasket and what appears to be a straight head. I don't see any like holes in here. Everything looks good. So, yeah. I think this is the exact problem that Sophie had. When are people just buying shitty head gaskets? I don't know. Well, yeah, so there she is. I see why she didn't want to drive the truck this morning. I hope I get to the gas station. I can't push 5,000 pounds very effectively up that big hill coming up. Big hill. This can't be good. What the hell? What's going on? Convention of the Yellow Dogs. I think she's ready to go. You ready to go outside? Ready to go outside? You want to go outside? Yep, she's ready. End of the kid. Battery's dead on the ATV, but we can jump start it. Dog is having the time of her life. She blends in. So we're gonna go fixate the pipages up here in the storage tank. Yeah, lots of pipes. There it is. Somebody's got to clean my fucking dog. She is stuck. I'm gonna have to.
Doing downward dog in the water.
But her legs are completely covered up in the mud. I'm gonna have to pull her out by the legs, the rear hide. Well, the pond's down low.
She has no dignity.
She gives no fucks.
Oh my gosh. Not
She's
a shred
enjoying
of
the water.
dignity. Look at all the deer heads.
Come on. How are you gonna get out of there? You get up.
Oh no, Moxie!
You stuck? You did this 2 months ago.
Her wet. Oh, her legs are
There's our the water exit, but a little bit away from the water. 1 foot, 2, 3, 4 feet, maybe. It's right there. Well, it's a beautiful rainy fucking day. It's about 50 degrees, and we did successfully re-glue and replace broken parts here and got this so that we opened that valve. Water will come out of there if the water was running, which it is overhead, but not through there. And then this is, that's running for the overflow. It goes that way. And then this is the feed, which is now blocked off. The concern here is the freezes, because sometimes it gets cold in January, so you don't want to do that. So yeah, it's gonna rain all day, so that's great. Our truck's gonna get a free car wash. It's significant rottage on these, so I put some motor oil on it from the ATV when we changed it last spring or 2 springs ago. Hopefully that makes it last 5-10 more years, but it's an old trick. Repels water, soaks in. Would have been nice if it soaked in for a little more than 8 hours, but it's free. Doesn't hurt anything.